Well, hello, Stampers. I am just waiting for Facebook to give me the go ahead, and hopefully, we will have a good session. Yes, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. And you know what? Let me check my volume. I'm going to need all the help I can get today. Oh, yes. Here we go. There, that's better, isn't it? Okay. Happy Tuesday to you. Are you getting ready for Christmas? I know that this project is a little bit late. I would have loved to share this with you at the beginning of November. Some people even start planning in October, but I'm not quite that crazy. Perhaps for Christmas cards, yes. Anyway, my name is Jackie Vandersar Boot. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and in Europe. And right now I'm in snowy Ontario, and my heart is so happy that I get to enjoy the snow in a real winter. But my heart is also missing Gerard in Holland, so it's always a bit of both. But I am thrilled to be with you today because we are going to do something really cool. Let's take a look. This is a blast from the past. I found it in I knew it. I'm good. I have my water here. This is good. I'm just moving stuff over a little bit. This holiday planner is back from 2010. So I wondered about it. And I didn't put the ribbon in your list of supplies, okay? And it just opens up like this. And it has a section for the calendars, and then it has a gift list, a menu, and Christmas cards. But you can do whatever works for you. And I'm sad to say that the website that had these printables is no longer around. So I've been looking for something else. I haven't been able to find it yet. And so now I'm hoping to design something. So what we're going to do, I have the measurements for these things, but we're going to do this video in two parts, okay? So today, I'm going to be making this with you. And this is, of course, old paper. It's from 10 years ago. All Stampin' Up! But the idea is the same. And you can even see that my planner is perfectly imperfect, this one. So maybe this year I'll be able to do better, but don't worry if you don't get it perfect. It's still going to be okay. Okay, I'm just going to see. Oh, yeah, I'm zoomed out as much as I can. All right, so let's get started. We're starting with a plain file folder. So I actually picked these up at the grocery store. I was really happy. They're cheap. Apparently you can get them in colors too. So you could maybe get a sturdier one. These are not super sturdy, but they're sufficient. So what we're going to start with, I'm going to grab one. It's 25 for, I think, $5, so that was great. What we want to do is we want to cut off all the parts that are not straight. So I did one. I showed you. I did some scribbling. So we're trimming the edges on the bottom and on the side and a wee little bit on the top. Okay, and you can do that by folding it. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Then we're going to score at 3.5 inches. That's going to get folded up. And then hopefully what we're left with is it'll be at 4 inches. So the thing will be 4 inches wide. So one score at the 4-inch mark. There is already going to be a score at the 8-inch mark and then another score at the 12-inch mark. So let's get started. I will not be looking at the comments too much, so there's not going to be a whole lot of chit-chat because I can't talk that much anyway. So we're going to start by doing this, turning it sideways, and you see that wee little edge there? We want to get rid of that. So we don't want to cut off more than we have to. Just make sure it's tight against the top, and there we go. That's good. Then I'm going to open it. Oh no, not yet. Getting ahead of myself. I want to cut off this little bit. So I'm just making sure that looks good. There, that's done. And now I'm going to open it. Oh, no, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to do it at the same. I can't even speak properly, guys. Let's have a look. See, and that will take you to the 8-inch mark, which is exactly what we want. See? And then we're going to cut them both at the same time. So now we've got rid of all our little bumps. Okay? We could throw all this stuff away. Garbage. And what we're left with is a square file folder. So now, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to turn it and go to the 3.5 inch mark. And I'm going to score. So the nice thing about Stampin' Up's paper trimmer is that it has a scoring blade as well. So we're at the 3.5 inch mark, and we're going to score back and forth a bunch of times. And then we're going to flip it and score on the other side, because the score mark didn't go through all the way. So 3.5 inches. There. And now we're going to turn it and we're going to score at 4 inches. Okay? All the way down. And then again, it didn't score through on both sides, so we're going to flip it and score at the 4 inch mark again. Okay. A couple times. And now we're ready. I can put my paper trimmer away. I should find my bone folder. So now we're going to take our file folder and we're going to flip up the 3.5 inch part. Okay? And yes, I am sounding gravelly. Here we go. And here we go. So nice, firm fold. And now I have to think hard. The temptation is to just fold it in half, but we don't want to do that. I have to think. I'm going to fold this. Oh, it's already on. It's already scored. The first time I made this, I didn't score. I just folded. So that folds in. This is going to fold back. So we're going to score again. And as you fold, things sometimes get a little bit out of line. So just fold again. And then this folds back in. And give it a good, clean, crisp fold. So now here we have our thing. Our basic. Now the question is, do you want to leave it like this, or do you want to pretty it up a little bit and quarter round? And just the outside ones are quarter rounded. So I'm going to try it, quarter rounding. We don't, right now, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a corner rounder punch. This is an old one. And you want to make sure you push it in all the way. And see, it's not even perfect. This is not a great corner rounder punch. So my bet is to just leave it plain. Just don't bother, because this annoys me. See, it's yeah. Oh well, it's better than nothing. Just a second. Okay. Now we're going to get a piece of ribbon first. No, I'm lying. The ribbon is just going to go under here. I'm lying. Don't listen to me. Don't listen. Okay, listen a little bit. My thing is always watch me first for the whole video, because I might make a mistake. So watch. And then after you've seen the whole thing, then you can learn from my mistakes. And that's the way to go. All right, let's get all our other pieces. For the front, I've taken a picture of this so you can see it on my Pampered Stamper Facebook page. I will post it in the community section of my YouTube channel too. So this is going to go here, and because, oh, and it's longer. That's crazy. What did I do wrong? That's the same. And this one, maybe that's my extra piece. Oh no, look at this. This one's way longer. Let me have a look. Oh, this looks like it's way too big. Just a minute. Yeah, I scored this wrong. See, I told you I'd make a mistake. Okay, it's supposed to be scored at 3.5, so we're just going to go with the one that I already have. Just a second, let me see what it said. 3.5. I'm just going to measure this. I want to make sure I got it right. Oh yes, it was supposed to be 3.25. Score at 3.25. Okay, I will take a picture later of the file folder. So see, it's a good thing I told you not to listen to me. 3.25. It makes a difference. Okay, see, so now we have a red piece. That's 3 5/8. Shall we try the corner rounder again? Oh, the corner rounder sucks. We're not going to use a corner rounder. Looks terrible. Okay, well, we're going to make a perfectly imperfect file folder without a corner rounder. Okay, let's get started. Some glue. You know, things, when you make things, they don't always have to be perfect. Some of our most loved things are not perfect. And I think that gives you so much liberation. You know, people sense the love in what you make. And whether it's an imperfect apple pie or an imperfect card, they feel the love. So that's really important. So this piece is 3 1/8 by 3. The first measurement is always the width, and the second measurement is the height, at least when I do things. So that's just going to go on here. And this paper is from last year, and I forget what it's called now. I put it on the page. Yeah, my brain isn't working so well. Cold medications. And now we have this piece here. You know what? I can find out for you. No, I think I threw out the packaging. It's okay. It's paper from last year that I was really happy to find. So you know what? Go through your stash, use up that pretty paper. As much as I love to sell you product, use what you have. And never ever feel bad about buying more pattern paper, because it's lovely and it's such a small thing to bring you joy, you know? And then when you don't get it, you always regret it later. I have that with boots. I have big feet, so if I see shoes that I like, then I need to get them. So we're not going to do the rest yet. Here, all we need to do is add a little bit of adhesive to the outside edges. And you could use Terra tape, you can use liquid adhesive. I'm just going to use a thin bead of liquid adhesive, just along these edges, so that your inserts don't fall out. And then the other ones don't need it. You don't need to put them in the middle parts. Okay, so for along the bottom, actually, you know what? I should have done this first, but it doesn't matter. Here, these are the inserts to make your file folder more sturdy and also to look prettier. I used Garden Green and I used Misty Moonlight because they coordinate with the paper that I'm using. See, look. This looks pretty together. And that's what's really nice about Stampin' Up's paper and cardstock. Everything coordinates. It's one of the reasons I became a demonstrator. So these are 3 1/2 by 6. And I'm going to alternate. So green, blue, green, blue. And I'm just going to move them all out of the way now that you know what to do. Make sure you tell me where you're watching from so that everyone else can see it too. One of the reasons for doing live videos is to create community. And also, there's some vulnerability in it, you know, because if I mess up, I can't pause the video, like you know it. So I'm just putting that in. You can see that I should have done this first because now I have to tuck it into my pocket. But that's okay. You know what? I am going to just pop in and say hello. Hi, Sheila. Yes, it would make a fantastic trip planner. And you know what? That's what I love about these videos, is that we learn from each other. Like, it starts with a good idea, and then other people bounce around with more ideas. So yeah, I love it. I've been starting to plan our trip to Alaska. Gerard has never been, and I booked our first excursion. I was just so happy. And you know, I'm going to tell you something. It's thanks to you guys that I was able to do that. Hello, you're from Kelowna, BC, Sheila. What's the weather like? The reason I was able to book this fantastic excursion is because of my tutorial sales from the Advent calendar from T. So you guys really do make a difference in my life. That's an extra that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just know that you guys are going to be making a lot of people happy with that Advent calendar. And again, that doesn't have to be used for Advent. It can be used for a birthday month. It could be used for someone, to give someone for their wedding, for the month before their wedding, to treat themselves, little things to remind them, you know, to take time for themselves. Maybe I'll make one for Rachel. My daughter Rachel's getting married next August. The last one. Okay, so there we have this. And you see, look, this one isn't perfect. It's not perfectly centered. It's okay. So now we're going to take the pieces of pattern paper. And again, I'm going to alternate pieces like so. Isn't that nice? These are 3 5/8 by 3, 9.2 centimeters by 7.6. Hello, Yolanda. Padre Island. Hello, Maggie. Nice to see you guys here. I have my team party tonight. I still have cold symptoms. I'm hoping that, I'm thinking I'm not contagious anymore. I really hope not. I just figure there won't be any hugs. There. Here we go. And then in a separate video, I will be showing you, if I figure out the inserts, then I'll share that with you. And if you guys do end up making this, I would love to see pictures. I will put a picture of mine, and then in that thread, you can post a picture of your creation as well, because they always look different with different paper. And sometimes you might use paper that someone else still has at home, and they will be inspired, okay? And I just think that my page is a place not only for me to inspire you, but for us to inspire each other. Caring is sharing. Cheesy but true. There. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, that went totally askew. Now, I know it doesn't have to be perfect, but really crooked doesn't really make me happy either. Okay, there we go. So that is the inside of the folder. Let me have a look-see. And now we're going to close it up. And what I did for the outside, I have to find it now, I just printed this off. Now, in the Netherlands, I have the alphabet set that came with the month-by-month album retreat, which was absolutely fantastic. It is still available. If you have never scrapbooked, or if you have not scrapbooked, in a while, I highly recommend it. And it comes with the letter set. I would have used that to write holiday planner, but I printed it off. And most of my stuff is in the Netherlands now, so I had to look and see what I had. And I still had the Stitch So Sweetly dies because I love them. So that is, I think it's the Stitch So Sweetly because I didn't keep the packaging. So this is just going to go on here. And I have to look at mine. Yeah, we're going to do that. And that white piece is 1 7/8 by 3 1/4, 4.7 by 8.2 centimeters. Okay. And I'm using a bright festive paper. If I was using vintage paper, I would be distressing everything. I would be using a blending brush on the edges. But this is just bright and fresh and clean, so I'm not doing that, okay? So now, this can, like, my temptation is to put it up here, but then the ribbon doesn't go in the middle, but I think I'm gonna do that. I wanna grab some red ribbon, if I can find it. Oh my word. Oh yes, here. I had some left over. So what you wanna do is just put this underneath. And I'm just leaving it nice and long. And then this is going to go over top. And I guess I will put a little piece of tear and tape on there. So here we go. And I'm just going to put that right here. And peel it off. Oh, that's not good. This is a good thing to use your pokey tool with. And I'm just going to press this down. Because I have such a long piece, it doesn't matter exactly. And now, this is going to get popped up over top of the ribbon with dimensionals. And I will share the link for this. This is not my original idea. A fantastic resource that I used when I was first a demonstrator, it was the only thing we had, was called Split Coast Stampers. And this idea came from Split Coast Stampers, and the person who designed it was Alina Kraus. Okay, Alina Kraus. I will put a link so that you can find it, but the links that she shared for the printables, it's just not around anymore. So now, take a peek. We can tie this into a bow. Big bows are always great. And I have, this is a leftover piece from a ribbon share. Normally I wouldn't be so wasteful with ribbon, but sometimes it's fun to just be luscious. And there. Look at that. How lovely is that? Now I can trim it a little bit, but yeah, we'll trim it a little bit. But not too much. Always trim your ribbon on the diagonal so it doesn't ravel or unravel. But this is too plain, so in that paper, I should have done this earlier. I didn't. I want to just trim this off. I'm just going to go like this. And we'll just trim it down a little bit, so it doesn't look too... We'll just kind of go like that. Okay. And then this is just going to go here. And isn't that just so stinking cute? I'm going to pop that up too so that it looks a little bit more fancy. And this is thinner paper, so I'm using more dimensionals. Dimensionals are, if you don't use them, make them part of your repertoire, because they just step up your projects in a really easy way. That even simple projects are beautiful. There. And you could add some bling, some Wink Estella. But isn't that just so nice? Now for the inserts, I did, let me see. Look at this is the scribbling as you try things and make them right. The inserts are 3 1/4 by 8. So let's do that for a minute. 3 1/4 by 8. And then I don't know if I still have a tab punch, but you wouldn't have to have a tab punch if you don't have one. So 3 1/4 by 8. And like you can add brads or not add brads. There's all kinds of ways that you can step this up. And then the printable, look at this, is really cute. Look at this. This is from 2010. This is my list for Katrina. And I had to write, Katrina always had things on her list that were maybe more money than some of the others. So when they got older, then it wasn't about the number of gifts, it was about the value of the gifts. I had 5 kids. So this thing, I actually used it, because sometimes I would buy presents for my kids and forget about it. Have you done that? And then you go to wrap and then you go and find something and you go, oh my goodness, now I have more for this one. And then you have to go and make it all even again. So this was great. So yeah, I thought it was really cool to see this. So then you would just glue your insert on here. You can print off your own. You could handwrite them. It doesn't have to be fancy. This is just about getting it done. I don't want to get out of the screen. Just a second. There. To find my punch, my tab punch. But you can also just use a stapler and some ribbon and staple a ribbon pull on the top. That will work as well. I'll show you some examples later. Do you want to see the last things from the Advent calendar? I'm guessing that's a yes. Let's have a look. In case you missed my other videos, you probably have not seen everything. So this is the box. I've got my camera a bit too low, but that's okay. So let's open it up. I did not do 10 and 11. Let me just see. Oh, 10 is empty. Oh, it was 11 and 12. So number 11 is some glitter glue. I haven't used glitter glue in a long time, so I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. That'll be fun. And then number 12. Oh my word. Oh goodness. Look how pretty. These are some really delicate. See, and now, just before I show you this, look how nice the calendar still looks. I am going to reuse this next year. If my mom is still alive, I'm going to put little treats in here for her. So this is great. Nice, sturdy, and it says 2025. I'll turn that into a 6. No worries there. Okay, so here is the last thing. And these are little delicate laser die pretties. And look at how nice. Look how pretty. And so this all coordinates. Is that one? This one's very thick. Yeah. Okay. These all coordinate. I'll show you the rest of the stuff. and you'll see how nice it is. And then, oh, all circles. Okay. Oh, the circle maybe goes with, so you can stamp on the circle. Oh, that's pretty. And then we have some textured paper. Can you see it? Embossed. And these are 3x4. There's 3 of each design. So really pretty. I'm just going to move that off to the side for a minute. And then I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff. Here we go. In one of the boxes was twine. Actually, I should start with this. This was the stamp set that came with it. And there are 24 stamps, and they are way bigger than what they look. So you can see how big the words are a nice size. Then it came with these dies. And in another thing were the bigger dies. So these big postage stamp dies. And then we have these memories and more cards that all go with the paper. I'm not going to take them all out now. Then there's all these little die cuts, gold and white, really pretty. These are stunning. It's a little jackpot at the end of the rainbow. And then these, really pretty pink and gold and white. Little flowers, shakers, stars, circles. And then there's a whole pile of these ephemera. I'm really excited about this. I'll do this in another video soon. And there's 4 masks and a tiny little blending brush so that we can make beautiful flowers. And they will coordinate with this paper that came with it. So that is what was all in the Advent calendar. So I'm excited to create with that. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please share with your friends. Hop on over. I'm going to share this on YouTube as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, because all the live videos from Facebook will go on YouTube. On Facebook, live videos disappear after 4 weeks, I believe. So being on YouTube, it's easier to find things. And if you are looking for something that I've done in the past and you can't find it, please reach out and I'll do my best to help you find it, okay? Have a super day. It's time for me to have a nice hot beverage and put my feet up for a little while. Maybe I'll watch a Christmas movie. I've been binge watching Christmas movies. It's one way I can relax and do nothing. So take care, be safe, be well, and enjoy your time with your loved ones. Okay? Thank you, and goodbye.